Hello everyone and welcome back to Yakuza Kiwami 2. This is episode 16. Last time we rescued Haruka from Sengoku. Now that's a very simple and clear statement that I have just made. It was not that simple, however, as we approach Osaka Castle. And it turns out that this very real castle can split in half to be some form of Russian doll castle within a castle made out of gold that rises out of the ground, which then contains a samurai ninja labyrinth and 2 fierce tigers, which we then had to defeat in order to witness Ryuji aura farming and killing Sengoku for us by throwing him off of his golden castle. After slicing and stabbing him, of course. And then he's going to go all out on Kamurocho soon. He's given us back Haruka. He doesn't like the, taking kids hostage thing. So I will respect that. And after we left, you'd think, man, that's enough hijinks for one episode, right? That already sounds crazy enough. Some sort of maybe hallucination? Some sort of spiritual symbolism, maybe poison from the knife stab wound has affected how we perceived those events, and maybe we didn't end up traversing a transformed golden castle and it was all just symbolic. It was representative of Kiryu rescuing Haruka. You'll never know, because this game is very, very serious, and it is never silly. I will say, though, there's something very interesting about the Yakuza series in the way that, if you play one game, just one, you can understand that the game is tonally clashing, and it makes it work in the way that it has fun, silly stuff that is usually that takes place outside of the main story, and then the main story kind of, for the most part, plays it on the pretty straight and narrow, this is some serious stuff that takes place. That might be not a fully correct statement, and I'm not sure how it'll go for the rest of the series, of course. I'm still early. I'm still early in the series, but for the most part, I feel like it tries to play a pretty straightforward, serious narrative. Yakuza 0 especially, and then the silly stuff takes place in sub-stories and activities and other things that can happen. Obviously that's not 100% accurate for both, but mostly. But Kiwami 2 is the one where I feel a little bit more of that silliness and over-the-top nature coming through in the main story more than I did before. And maybe that's because I'm seeing so much of it by now, this many games in, or that's genuinely the case. I don't know if my perception is warped. But yeah, I'm totally fine with the silly fun element and the serious side. It's just so wild what happened last episode, because the Golden Castle, that wasn't even the craziest thing, surprisingly. There's plenty more in that as well. Kiryu letting Asaki just run right by him, and then they have a little jog outside together. That was the most stunning moment of the episode for me. But then we also had the Man in Black returning after the most significant beatdown I'd ever given him. He hired a whole trucking company to ambush me with so many of the same trucks with shipping containers filled with more Jingwon henchmen, and we beat them all up, and the Man in Black gets kicked off the truck and he gets run over by the truck wheels. I don't know, we didn't really see it because maybe it's too graphic, but I'm pretty sure his head was crushed. He got run over by some heavy duty truck wheels at a high speed and left in the dust. So no fucking idea what's gonna go on with there. I'm pretty sure he's dead, but he's probably not. And that is the Yakuza series summarized, I suppose. Kurahashi wants us to come to the Millennium Tower as well. It looks like he's hanging out in the florist's office, and he's got Tate-san. that is a 5-minute recap of just the previous episode, because I am still trying to wrap my head around that, and we have to take advice from Sayama and just say, hey, no point taking a stab in the dark, right? So we're just going to coast. We're going to let it be, and we're going to just get lost on this joyride that is Yakuza Kiwami 2. It's been such a time. It has been such a time. I will tell you that much. I really love a lot of this game and what it has given me, and at the same time, I also feel very conflicted with this game and what it has given me. It's very interesting in that regard. Absolutely having such a pleasant time with it, and clearly having a lot of fun. I want to do all of the sub-stories, of course, because that's also fun to engage in, and there's been some really good sub-stories in this one. But yeah, at the same time, I'm like, I've been scratching my head in this game a lot more than I previously have, which I think is pretty hilarious. So this will be the game where I feel like I have to realize what is going on, in the fact that I've got to accept that maybe I will be left scratching my head a bit, and I do need to just get lost in the soap opera element of Yakuza. Because, like I said last episode, sometimes there's a bit of my brain just really wanting to latch on and understand what's happening. That's why we theorize, we talk a lot, we go, man, what the hell's going on? And sometimes there are games, or sometimes there's story moments that just, you can't do that. You know, you just have to go with it. And that's what's happening right now. So, you know, it's more like I just got to put the seatbelt on, buckle up, and prepare for the rest of the series, because it's probably gonna continue. That's my feeling. That's where we're at. This man saw a weird gang of guys going up to the tower. What's going on in there? I don't know, man. Let's check it out. I don't know if we were supposed to avoid the gang of people waiting outside with who were searching, but we managed to give him the slip to the 50th floor. It is the florist's office.
ようこそ、桐生さん。
あんたが倉橋。
よせ！爆弾が仕掛けられている。
その通り。
私をここに呼んだ理由は何なの？
あなたもこの復讐劇の主役の一人だからですよ。
この体に人言派の血が流れているから。
ああ、もうご存知なんですか。それなら我々と手を組んで26年前の恨みを晴らそうではないですか。
騙されんな。お前らと彼女を一緒にすんじゃねえよ。
どういうことなの？
倉橋、俺はお前が日本に帰化して警視庁に入ってからずーっとマークしてたんだ。だから一家を捨ててお前と同じ公安へ移動した。組織を捨て心を入れ替えてるなら見逃してやろうと思ったが、お前は違った。お前のような腐ってる奴は世に放っちゃいけなかったんだ。
あんたの演説なんか聞きたくない。それ以上近寄ったらこのビル丸ごと全員吹っ飛ぶことになりますよ。
押せるもんなら押してみろ。20年以上も自分を偽りながら生き延びたお前にそんな度胸はないはずだ。
私を見くびるな。復讐のためなら自らの命を絶つ。それが人言派の掟だ。
何が鉄の掟だ。村井を覚えてんだろ。韓国名はパク・フェジョンだ。奴はな、自分の犯した罪に苦しみながら生きてきた。強盗殺人放火、自分たちが過去にこの町でやらかしたことを考えりゃ人間として当然のことだ。それを鉄の掟のために復讐だと？そんなことは俺が許さねえ。村井は死んだ。あとはお前とデジンを始末すりゃ全てが終わるんだ。
やめろ！
お前は引っ込んでろ。ここでケリをつけなきゃまた無駄な血が流れることになんだ。
自分の娘の前で人を殺せるのかな。
待って。娘って誰のこと？まさか。
そう、あなたのことですよ、佐山薫さん。
あなたが私の父親なの？
違う、こっちへ来んな。
我々のボスだった男の女房ジョン・スヨンとこの男がひっついてであんたが生まれた。あんたの父親はこの河原二郎なんだよ。
黙るこの野郎。
河原！俺がこの26年間どれほど辛い思いをしても耐え忍んできたのはな、今日この復讐のためなんだ。お前が本国から来た仲間を皆殺しにしたのを知っている。こいつに死んだ仲間の恨みを込めてその体にぶち込んでやる。お前は神宮派の掟に背くのか。
私にはそんな掟は関係ないわ。
そうか、それなら父親と一緒にあの世に送ってやるよ。
もうこの町を人言派の好きなようにはさせねえ。
お前も憎き堂島組の流れを組んでるそうだな。
死んだ風間の親さんに代わって俺が相手になる。
面白い。今ここで我々は積年の恨みを晴らす。
そうはさせねえ。
やれ！
Undercover Jingwong agent Wataru Kurahashi. Okay. All right. Video game. Oh man, let's absorb that. So, your father is still alive is indeed Kawara-san. So, it's interesting that I wasn't honing onto that as a possibility, because the flashback was like, he's there, then the woman is there, the mother and the kid. So I felt like there was this element that like he'd got this kid to safety, and like looked out for the mother. It seems that, you know, mother died. And then it's, I guess this whole time we're like, that kid, it's Sayama. But then that kid isn't Sayama because Kawara then has another baby, has another baby with her instead. So we have a mystery baby. Sayama was a second before this unknown second baby. That's very interesting. Okay. Strange. So he's been hunting down the Xingwang for the past 26 years, he said. That's what he said last time in the car. He's been hunting them down for 26 years. He's been eliminating all of them. He was down to the last few. And he says that he had marked this guy a really fucking long time ago. So he's got Japanese citizenship. He gets in here and Kawara was like wise on him the whole time, but just allowed him to exist if he was, not going to go by his creed, which kind of blows my mind. That feels like a gigantic, not only like a conflict of interest, but it feels like a huge, glaring problem that someone who was previously in the Xinguang Mafia, Kawara would then be like, you know what, man, I'm going to let him be in foreign affairs. I'm going to let him be in the police force. Surely nothing could go wrong. So while they're talking about the Xinguang, he was like trying to he was letting Kurahashi direct him to other potential Xinguang survivors or other connections. So he's playing a longer game to see what would happen before Kurahashi is either revealing himself or revealed due to just necessity. I love the blatant confidence of wearing that ring on the finger too. So he's got the cyanide ring. And apparently because everything was buried, people would just be like, he's just got a fancy ring on, Absolutely insane. Oh, it's just a lot to think about. I love that this is also going to be the second time that the Millennium Tower gets bombed if this goes off. It's just and here's the second Millennium Tower bombing in 1 week. All right, so our undercover Xinguang agent. Let's beat him up and his mafia goons. Oh, man. This bastard's going down. He punched me one time and he was out of breath. How many bullets has Kawara taken right now? He's he got shot 5 times? And he's just chilling at the moment. I will see if he ends up surviving. But Sayama getting a father reveal and him potentially dying could be pretty crazy. It is... They're just watching the fight take place. So they don't really have a choice, do they? Alright, I want to get my... Will I be able to get my firearm? Come on, let's do the firearm. Can I get the firearm heat action? You've got a gun. Am I allowed? Or am I not allowed to take your gun away? I might not be allowed to take his gun away. Now take that ring off of him really quick. He's broken. Same finishing move for Ryuji. Take that ring off his finger. What's one more?
Kawara-san! 助けてくれてありがとう。
初めてだな。父親らしいことができたのは。
なぜ父親だということを隠してたの？
お前の母さんの遺言守るためだ。
遺言？
母さんと初めて知り合ったのはあの事件の日だった。
오지마! 아이는 절대 못 줘!
やめろ。
이거 나 죽게 내버렸죠.
何の罪もねえ子を死なせちゃいけねえだろ。スヨンがカムロ町にいたら危険だと思った俺は別所と協力して彼女を関西に逃がした。それから半年ぐらいしてスヨンに会いに行ったが、あのおぞましい事件の直後で心の中にぽっかりと穴が開いちまったんだろう。生活がかなり荒れてた。
一緒に逃げた子供は
泣く泣く手放した。
手放した？
俺はこのままじゃスヨンはダメになると思い、彼女の仕事を探し新しい生活をさせてやった。そのうち俺たちは一緒に住むようになり、カオル、お前が生まれた。香港への単身赴任断ろうと思ってるんだ。
なぜ？
二人を置いて遠くへは行けない。
たかが1年じゃないの。あなたの出世のためなら私は我慢する。だから気兼ねなく香港へ行って。お父ちゃんがいない間元気に育って帰ってきたらいっぱい遊んでもらおうね。
だが俺が赴任してる間にスヨンは殺された。
誰に？
本国から送り込まれた人言派の構成員だ。それから俺は日本にいる人言派を一人残らず始末しようと動いた。
それじゃああの時射殺した不法滞在の人間は
全員人言派だ。
殺されたスヨンの復讐か？
それだけじゃない。カオルの過去を消し去るためだ。
私の過去を？
あんたの母親が死ぬ間際にこう言うたんや。この子を呪われた過去から解放してやりたいって。
それが母の遺言なのね。
そうや。それでスヨンは人言派とは何の関係もないうちにあんたを預けたんや。ほんでカーラさんもあんたの前には一遍も姿を見せへんかった。
けど時々ママに電話をくれたでしょ。
ああ、だがその電話でお前は自分の過去と登場会が関係あることに感づいてしまったらしいな。
あれはうちがあかんかったんや。カールがおるとも知らんでつい。あん時に何があったか知らんけど、カールはな、登場会のせいで不幸になったんや。
いいのよこれで。自分の生い立ちを知らないまま生きていくほど怖いことはないんだから。
すまん。
事件の時お母さんと一緒に逃げた子供はどうしたの？
それは俺の口からは言えん。いいか、これだけは胸に刻んでおくんだ。お前の体に流れている血は人言派のものじゃない。優しくて働き者で強い心を持ったスヨンの血だ。
そして河原さん、お父さんの血もね。
懐かしいな。お前の手を握るのは。俺の指を掴んで笑っていた時はちっちゃな手だったのに。俺と母さんの分まで幸せになるんだぞ。
お父さん、
ありがとうな。
Wow. Okay. Going up to the tower was indeed the end of chapter 13. I was like, you can never tell. Maybe there would be more. Maybe it would be the finale. But there you go. That was chapter 13. It's not his place to say about this mysterious other baby. So that they're giving us a new mystery. Well, it was the mystery that we thought we had solved by being like, well, that's going to be Sayama. It's not. So who is Sayama's half brother? Because it said it was him. She gave him up. It might just literally be no one. It's like literal like red herring child where it's like you couldn't possibly think that it's Kawara because Kawara meets them in the flashback. So that way you don't think that he's the father. They had another baby together actually. And that other baby gone in a random place. That's huge. Kawara is tough as nails. That man got shot like 6 times and held on for a full revelation that included like 6 different flashbacks to different periods of time, even showing a flashback of my mother was on the phone once and told, and then I learned about the Tosho clan. Flashbacks within flashbacks. But genuinely a really touching scene. And it's just like sad because it's like Sayama has been trying to figure out who she is and her past for her whole life pretty much. And the moment she gets a father, she loses him. And not only that, but pretty much all of the information about her origins and why she is in the situation that she's in, which is just very, very sad and unfortunate. So it's quite touching. It's unfortunate that while they were, doing that information, we didn't have Kiryu in the back being like, yeah, I need an ambulance. This man's been shot. We're all just listening intently to this man's dying words. But I expect he was probably beyond saving at that point. And Kurahashi, 1 shot to the heart and he's gone. And a significant Kiryu beating. So there's just 1 more survivor that was name dropped by Kawara. What was the name that he said? Daijin, I think. So there's another survivor left. And we'll just have to see how we go. But yeah, what a scene. We have avoided the Millennium Tower bombing part 2. And now we're in the next chapter, the Goryu March. And it looks like we're at the construction center, so we might be getting some more Majima. Oh God.
結局はここに戻っちまったか。
そうだな。
俺らは他人様を見下ろす高い場所よりもこういうところでこそこそやってる方が性に合うんだ。
河原さんは最後まで本物のデカだった。
ほんの少しだったけど父に会えてよかった。
スヨンの隣に眠らせてあげようか。
そやね。 それが一番安らぐね。
うちに任しとき。
辛い思いさせてばっかりでごめんな。
何言うてんの。今さら水臭いやないか。
うん。
26年前、狭山の母親が手放した子供のことが気になるんだが。
ああ、人言派が接触したとしたら今度の事件に絡んでいるかもしれない。
それとだ、うちに潜り込んでいたネズミが逃げちまった。
また人言派が仕掛けてくる可能性は高いな。
こいつを調べれば何か手がかりがつかめるかもしれん。倉橋が持っていたものだ。
警察に押収される前にいただいてきたのか。
ああ、彼女なら解析できるかもしれん。
The gang back together again. Florist, Date-san, and Kiryu hanging out in the construction place. And the florist said, you know what, this uniform, sweaty. I need to air out my oily body. Put that robe back on. We're back, baby. We're back to Kiwami. Oh, my God.
分かった。こっちも大阪を出たところだ。夜までにはそっちに着くだろう。じゃあ。道具を積んだトラック5台がカムロ町に到着したそうですわ。
そうか。いよいよか。
ええ。
カムロ町侵攻は近江連合の長年の夢やった。5代目の親父さえ結局は手出せんかった。
そのカムロ町にいよいよ合流会がくさびを打つ時が来たんですな。
ああ。わしはその勢いに乗って一気に全国の極道組織を束ねる。そして本物の竜になるんや。親父、よう見とけ。わしはあんたを超える。
Whoa! You know what? I fucking love this guy. I love this guy.
ここまでは計画通りだ。
最後まで気は抜けんぞ。
あんたに言われなくても分かってる。私も時期を見てそっちへ向かう。それじゃ。入れ。
失礼します。合流会がついに全勢力をカムロ町に向かわせたそうです。
そうか。
このままじゃ遅れを取ります。
そう焦るな。
しかし親父、
今は動く必要はない。時間はまだある。それにこっちにはとっておきの策がある。
That'll be Kiryu, right? Because he's just been leading us along the whole time. I assume he's talking about us.
ダメね。
ダメか。
ええ。このマシンじゃパスワードが解析できないの。ちょっと特殊なアプリケーションが必要なのよ。
Have you tried password?
仕方ないわね。
ってことは
なんだ。
本庁のシステムなら解析できるんじゃないのか。
警視庁の？
ああ、あそこにもハイテク犯罪対策室があるからな。あのシステムを使えば解析できるかもしれん。
だが警視庁は今回の一件協力的じゃねえからな。
問題はそこだ。俺が頼んだところで聞き入れてくれるかどうか。
じゃあ無理ね。
ああ、そうだ。なら不敬のシステムを使えばいいじゃねえか。
え？
そうか、その手があったか。狭山、お前これからどうするんだ？
ねえ、一旦ママと一緒に大阪へ帰るつもりよ。
それならちょうどいい。 大阪に戻るついでにこいつを府警で解析するんだ。あそこなら解析できるだろう。
まあそうだけど。
じゃあ頼んだ。
Something was off about Sayama. She's not okay with all this. Well, yeah. So we now have a home base in the construction location. I love the idea that, you know, this is no longer the homeless park, but they've made a house for us in here that just like looks exactly like it while this is being built. That's so funny. So this is our makeshift little location. You know they're building a new mall here. Oh, it's you, the guy who ruined my business. I never should have taken you on. I hear you're even fighting gangs now. I mean, geez. Anyway, here, looking for help. Here's my offer. I help you and improve my business prospects in the process. Sound good? Essence of Shakedown. We've hired a man. It is probably a good period of time for me to actually do some Majima construction stuff, to be quite honest with you. Kaoru-san just left, Uncle Kaz. It looked like something was bothering her. What happened? Well, you know, she found out who her real father was, and then her father died in her arms. So, you know, I'd consider that maybe a little bit of a sore point for her right now. She's a little sad, understandably so. Do you know where she went? Kaoru? She went outside just a sec ago. Sure was upset. Did something happen in there?
Yeah.
No. Well, something's eating at her, that's for sure. Could you do me a favor, Sugar? You mind tracking her down and checking on her? She always tries to bite off more than she can chew. But sometimes after she talks it through, she calms down a bit, you know? Besides, I figured she's got some things she'd be more comfortable telling just you.
Nani?
What do you mean? I'll leave that to you, Sugar. Yeah, what do you mean by that? I'm clueless. Clueless Kiryu, they call me.
Oi!
Move along, buddy. Too dangerous to stay here long. They're making progress, though. Well done, guys. It'll be the biggest complex in Japan, but they've got to finish first, I guess. So, is the florist just now going to hang out in the shack? Going back to his old ways. We'll do some clan creator stuff soon. At the moment, I should get those cookies for Granny, because we are back in Kamurocho. And we just gotta, like, soak in what just happened. So, Kawara name-dropped another survivor's name that I don't think we've heard yet, and I don't think we know the character at all. So it's either someone who hasn't appeared yet, or it's someone else similar to Kurahashi and Mirai that have, like, survived and changed their names. So I guess we just wait and see. They have, like, Date-san has posed the question of, like, I'm still curious about the other kid. So it seems like that they are wanting us to think about that as a potential mystery as well. I don't think that Daijin, who Kawara mentioned, would be the kid, even though technically that is like a Jingwon survivor. But I don't think that he'd want to... He's like, once I take care of that kid, that I don't think that is that's the connection at all. We'll see what happens. See what happens. So we'll walk out of here, and maybe I'll go grab some cookies, and then we'll go to Sotenbori and say, here you go, Granny. And then Sayama is hanging out at Serena. Such an interesting place for a base, isn't it? Serena is like still going a year later, and Reina died with Shinji a year ago, but someone's keeping the lights on, and that place is hasn't been taken over. It's just been left alone for a whole year. You know what I was thinking the other day as well is remember Kazuki? You remember that? You remember Kazuki when there was this whole thing with the two of them? And then Kazuki was taken to that doctor's office, and then we left and then never checked in with him ever again. I like, are we going to check in with him? Are we going to like be like, hey man, are you okay? I'm like, can we go to Stardust? And will he be there? Because we're not allowed to go into Stardust. It's not like an actual location for us to enter. I don't know if we can go to the doctor's office and be like, hey man, are you gonna... What's up with that? Is he around? Is he okay? It's very interesting, like, parts of the story in that regard that I feel like we move on from, and then they're just gone. And, you know, I've mentioned this a few times and clarified it too, but like just to state again, I'm obviously really enjoying this game. I have been more critical of this game than I have for Zero and Kiwami. And I think that's just because, you know, I am reacting just genuinely. The game has caught me off guard at multiple points where I'm just like, huh? And left scratching my head a bit. So I understand that that element of like complaining might rub some people the wrong way, and they think maybe as a result I'm not enjoying it. But I think if you're watching this playthrough, it's clear I'm enjoying it. Like, I'm loving doing sub-stories, getting taken along for the ride of the main story, doing optional stuff, you know, putting on my voices, doing the optional stuff. You know, if I wasn't enjoying it, if I wasn't having a good time, I wouldn't be doing those things. You know, I'd be probably just like, let's just finish the main story and move on. But I'm obviously having a good time, but I also do allow myself some time to like voice my opinions and be critical. And I'm not just going to like blindly love every single thing, you know, because that's just not genuine. So you're getting my honest feelings as we progress through the game. So it is just like, it's a mixed bag, I think. Like, obviously, Yakuza 0 came out in 2015, and these games are remakes of their first couple of games. So there's obviously a quality difference. I try my best to keep that in mind at the same time, of course. So I'm forgiving of some ups and downs as they find their footing in the series. But I will also poke fun at it at the same time. So it's just one of those things. So as long as we know we're having a good time while also being like, what the fuck? I think that's all that matters. Going back to the clinic, we just, you know, we're not allowed to go into the operating room. The doctor's not here. It's been so long, I really don't know if there's any way to actually follow up or check in with Kazuki to see if he's all good. You know, it kind of blows me away. Maybe I quite literally have to wait until maybe I just have to wait until Yakuza 3. Like, it'll do this thing like Takashi comes in this game to get like a follow-up on what's going on with him. Maybe there'll be a segment where Kazuki will be like, hey man, long time no see, how you going? And then he'll be there, maybe. Who knows? It does feel a little bit strange to just totally leave that plot point alone. That's just the stuff, you know, that I find myself talking about when I'm like scratching my head a little more. I'm like, what was up with that, you know? We're not going to go to Serena just yet. I'm going to get those cookies and we're going to go back to Granny. So where did she say that I can get these grannies from? Just buy her some handmade cookies. What's interesting about like them taking out bowling from this game is in the episode that I realized that there is no bowling. I was informed that bowling was actually introduced in the original Yakuza 2. So how interesting is that? Oh wow, they have they've got UFO catcher at the batting center now. I do find that quite bizarre, you know what I mean? The game that introduced it, you're gonna take it away from me? They could have just totally, you know, improved it. They could have made it crazy. I feel like I've got to attempt the home run competition at least once, right? With, we have to do it. Oh, it's a... Oh. I don't think I've ever done that. Home run course, challenge course. Okay. I don't think I've only ever just ran normal course a little bit and gone, hell yeah, and then moved on with my life. Do I want to do that? I don't know. Let's do the home run course. Home run! I am switching to mouse and keyboard, of course. Select a bat. Okay, so this has changed a little bit. I guess you do a thing, you get a better bat similar to playing darts. And then select a difficulty. It is funny though, because like we did this with darts. You only have to pick like one particular type of thing. Same with this. You'll face all sorts of breaking balls, mystery pitch type. So different types of balls. I'll do intermediate to start. Let's this intermediate as a warm up, right? Yosh. Here we go. Oh my, oh, what the, oh! Okay, wait a second. Oh my god, okay, wow. What the fuck? Okay, this is so, wow. No! No! I can't believe I expected it to be the same. Alright, hold on. I'm trying it with a controller real quick. Let me just see. Oh! Home run! I don't even know if that was really the controller, but just me like adjusting to what this is. Wow, alright. You just gotta follow the ball and then smack it as it's yellow. Wow, that's fucking bizarre. Okay. Disqualified. Well, I'm glad I could give it a go so they could show me that it's different. Okay, alright. Yeah, I've been humbled. I am not the home run champion of Kiwami 2 because this now plays differently. All good. Wow. Okay, beginner just gave it to me straight in the middle. That's my mouse sensitivity. Actually, you know what? My mouse sensitivity is fucking insane. So I'm gonna leave that alone. It was really good in the previous session. Previous games for using the mouse, but it goes really fast that I literally can't even track it. I'm gonna have to turn down my sensitivity. Oh. So I think as long as your cursor lines up with the ball as it's yellow, that's your home run indicator. God damn. All right, we've nailed it. Second try. We know what's going on here. So if you can try and predict or like just land where the cursor is going to go, then we know what's happening. So you've got to hit 10 home runs. And what's the challenge course? I see. There's many different ones. Why did they get rid of home run? This feels less advanced than it did. We've got a video screen of a guy throwing the ball at me, and that's where all of the budget went. So I only have to score 3 runs in this particular segment, but I'll do one better. Oh. All right. We have a handle on how this now works. My favorite thing, genuinely, is like, this has happened quite a few times, of like the confidence that I display going into something in a new game, being like, oh yeah, I've been here before. Yakuza 0 and Kiwami champion here, and then I come in and it's different. It's the Dragon Engine version. It's different. And there's no goddamn bowling. They're like, we don't want to...
Hey!
Oh no, there's a sub-story. There's a sub-story related to batting. This changes things. Oh, this is probably why you get like the different bats in the way that you get the different darts. You have to like beat this guy at baseball, just like they beat the other sisters at darts. Okay. They probably just didn't want to recreate bowling again in the Dragon Engine, so they said goodbye. I'd rather bowling than batting. There, I said it. Pump the brakes, pal. I'm talking to you. Sorry for breaking your stride like that, man. I'm Bob Dandy Johnson, a pitcher from the American Major Leagues. You're a pro, huh? Living the American dream. Is Bob Johnson a real person, or is this just a very, like, cliche American name? Bob Johnson, baseball, is what I'm about to look up here. Bob Johnson is an American baseball player. He doesn't look like this, though. He also died in 1982. There is a Bob Johnson pitcher, though. This guy said he was a pitcher. Also a different guy who was born in 1943, and he's still alive. This is a different... Oh, hey, there's a Bob Johnson that's a catcher. There's actually a lot of Bob Johnson baseball-related players, which is actually kind of hilarious. All right. We've got Bob Johnson, or Dandy Johnson. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should search Dandy Johnson baseball and see if this is another real person or not. No. just no. The answer is no. This is a unique character that does actually have a real life name. It's just very cliche American name. This is my wife, Chiemi. Isn't she just the cutest little barn burner you've ever seen? Oh, Dandy, you're so good at making me blush. Anyway, it's nice to meet you, sir. So, you got a name? It's Kiryu.
Kiryu-san!
Good to meet you, Kiryu-san. So, what's a foreign pro baseball player doing here? It's off season right now, so me and Chiemi took a hop over the big old Pacific pond to kick it with their family. I've been practicing in the cages to keep my game sharp, but I craved more. That's when I saw that killer swing of yours.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be much of a match for you if that's what you're getting at. So not true. You got some serious oomph in those biceps. Just gotta give your skills the old spit shine and you'll be golden. Like a golden baseball god. How about this? I'll hurl 10 balls your way. If you can knock 5 home runs out of the park, you win. If not, I win. And if you win, I'll give you a dandy special autographed ball. I don't give out my John Hancock often, so they're super rare. But if you lose, you gotta pay up to the order of 10,000 yen. The high stakes are gonna kindle the fire of competition real good. So, a little baseball never hurt anyone, is what I always say before I use my baseball bat heat action. Alright, I'll take you on. A little baseball never hurt anybody after all. That's what I'm talking about, Kiryu-san. Let's chase our dreams to baseball stardom. Mind asking Yoshida-san if you can borrow the cages for a bit, Chiemi? Not at all. Just give me a sec. Okay, so 5 out of 10 home runs. Give them to me, buddy. That's a 2-seamer. Hey! Yosh! Home run! Freedom fastball. Okay. Yeah! He's trolling! You're trolling me. What the fuck? American Dream. What was that? You are fucking with me here, pal. Oh no. Ah! I literally have to get all of these. I have to get all of these. Oh, it's over. Ah! Let me restart. Yeah! Oh no. If I am one off, I'm gonna be upset. What the fuck? What is that American Dream? Get it out of here. It's not even real. Guess I went a little too Wild Jackson on you. Sorry about that, Kiryu-san. I knew this would happen. Never gonna win with that sour grapes attitude, buddy. That'll be 10 grand. Come back when those grapes are a little sweeter, yeah? I want grapes too, Dandy. Oh, or maybe some yakiniku. We're really gonna...
Kiryu-san!
Alright, well, little baseball never hurt anyone, except me and my pride. Grape stereotype is crazy. Alright, here we go. Oh! Take that. Take that. Oh! Take that. I wonder if these are... He does the same ones. Hey! Alright, he's got me again with the Freedom Fastball. Are these the same ones? I don't know. Ah! I wasn't paying attention to the order to know if he does them in order or not. Fuck your American Dream. That's a home run. Alright, 2 out of these 5. Come on, let's go. Oh! Alright, one more. Soaring Eagle. How was that not a home run? That's not good. Oh, that hurts. We're so close to home runs on the final thing. All right, come on. I thought that I had it. I was like, the home run on the American Dream really pushed me to a point of confidence. I thought that was going to go to the left, man. Nah. Just cancel it. Nah, I quit. Just. Oh, man. Yep. Let me restart. Don't humiliate me by making me like miss 6 small balls. Fucking American Dream. I missed all the easy ones, and that was my home run. Just my instincts were to go up there, and I went down here. Yeah, nah, just I just have to slowly lose. What the fuck? Oh, I don't. Yeah. Fuck it. Yeah. Right. That 4 out of 5 is gonna haunt me now. I was so close, and then this attempt was just lackluster in comparison. That's all right. I'll just keep paying you money. That's all good. Here you go. Low entry fee of 10,000 makes me want to just keep entering. Therefore, spending a lot more money. All right, come on, pal. I have to do these because I have to do the sub stories. So just lay it on me now. Okay, so the third one is always a freedom fastball, I'm pretty sure. It's been consistent. Fuck! American Dream. Yes! Okay. Locked the fuck in for 5. I've cleared it. Drop that bat. That's right. And it only cost me much more than 10,000. That was out of this world, Kiryu-san. So incredible. I'm honestly surprised myself. I guess anything is possible if you put your mind to it. I knew you had it in you, Kiryu-san. And here's your reward. The Dandy Special with my first name scrawled on the front. Enjoy. Sign ball from Bob. This isn't the peak for you, though. I want to see you reach the highest point so you can match me blow for blow. It's advice time, baby. Jamie, go. Huh? Okay. Jamie's the batting coach for my team. She's like a goddess with the bat in her hands, let me tell you. She's your coach. Oh, dandy. I'm not a goddess. Anyway, let's begin, Kiryu-san. I guess you can't judge a book by its cover. Thanks, Jamie. That should help me get even more power out of my swing. Oh my god, is this how I'm gonna unlock, like, essence of baseball bat? You really are a fast learner, Kiryu-san. It's incredible watching you work. I'll be back for revenge someday. Keep your game sharp till then, Kiryu-san. Looking forward to it. And don't worry, I'll be ready. I'm gonna hold you to that. Anyway, we got a flight to catch. Nothing but love for you, man. Bye-bye. An American major leaguer and his wife, the batting coach. I guess all's well that ends well. Okay. Living the American dream. Hitting a home run on the American dream. Did we get given an opportunity? Did we get given the ability to, like, hit him with a baseball bat? No? So we just got given some, like, training for... And for what? And for what? And for what, I tell you? That's crazy. Okay. I really thought... Because there's Golf Club Mastery. So I thought maybe it would be, like, similar. How dare they? How dare they get rid of my baseball bat one? That was not how we get baseball bat heat action, which means I'm kind of convinced it doesn't exist at this point. So there you go. I've essentially just been using my leftover stats to get all of those essences. So whenever I have people around the place, they're able to help me out. Okay. I'm out of here. That was the batting center. And there was a sub-story involved. And the sub-story doesn't pop up. Like, it's not there. It appears after you participate. So there might be situations where I'll have to try and do everything. Just at least, like, once. To see if there's any sub-stories. Like, if there's a shogi one or a, God forbid, a mahjong one. I might just have to give it a go. I thought the sub-story finder would, like, you know, point it out. Sadly, it doesn't. I already have handmade cookies in my inventory. Oh my god, I'd already bought some. I had already bought some handmade cookies. So when I was here last time and I was trying to become a regular at this place and I bought everything, I didn't even blink that I already had bought handmade cookies. I really wish that while we were in Sotenbori and Granny was like, hey, I need these, that if you already had them, Kiryu would say, here's some I prepared earlier. But yeah, whatever, man. Whatever, man. We already had them. So I guess what I could have done is literally just spoken to her again, and then it would have said so. I'm a little bit annoyed that it's because, like, it says, get the cookies. And wasn't really thinking. Like, it could have updated the text to say, let's give those cookies to Granny. If only I was so lucky. Yes. Talk to this guy that I beat up, so he wants to become Majima Construction Man. That's something that I should remember, is we'll get given a guy to fight, and then at the location that we fight him, we then talk to them, and they join Majima Construction. Join Majima Construction. You're hired. You're hired, sir. Kiryu-san. Remember me? I'm Kitagawa, you know, from Mars Fighters. I'm flat broke, man. If I don't scrape together a few yen fast, Minamizawa's gonna shave my head clean bald. I know you can't tell, but I got a damn good bod, too. Oh, the ladies at the sex shops tell me so, you gonna jump for me? Yes. You can also join Majima Construction. It's almost like, you know, a way for you to not fast travel sometimes, because there'll be moments like that where you're like, shit, I gotta walk around and hopefully there's a guy I can talk to recruit for that. And that dude always throws me, the Barker guy on Sotenbori Street, because he is not one of them. So it's not always just like someone you can talk to, you know. Some of the characters are there specifically for heat actions. Some of them are just standing there. And others are for Majima Construction. Don't fight me. I have to deliver a Granny cookies. No! Granny, help. Granny, help. Granny, help. You guys are lucky that we're not on the lower part of this fucking thing, so you don't get thrown in the water, because you would be getting thrown in the water otherwise. You're so close to be getting thrown in that water, you don't even know. Okay. Granny loved it. Oh, Kazu-chan, how's your hunt for them handmade cookies coming along? Well, turns out I've had them this whole time. This whole fucking time. Take one. I'm keeping one for myself. Ooh, you did good, Kazu-chan. You did real good. Bet it took you all your cunning to get your mitts on these babies. Sorry for making you go through all that.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. It was nothing. So humble, Kazu-chan. Such a good boy. Oh yeah, almost forgot I promised you a reward. Here you go. Scroll of the Golden Wall. This is a scroll? Yep. It's got some of the finest Lotus School techniques inside, so read up. I got some spare reading glasses if you need them. I think I'll be alright. Thanks, Granny. Alright. So there will be a part 2. At the very least. And I wonder if it's something I already have. I will have to remember to check that in the future. Where is this? Oh man, I haven't even... forgot to do that. Oh my god. And that would have been perfect in the castle. Block blades and bullets. Let's go. That is... yeah, that... oh man. Should have used that scroll before. I forgot to use it. That's okay. So I think that's in our battle skills, spearmanship and golden wall. I might do some acupuncture while I'm here, because I might be able to learn the next ability, which, looking at the list, looks to be the tiger drop. That would be very good to have, obviously. I'm almost expecting it to be like, nah, sorry. You haven't done enough to get acupunctured. I got to do a little bit of the breaker style right there. A bit of a cool little breaker recovery. I need to go shopping, to be honest, as well. So I'll probably go up to drugstores up here. Go to the drugstore, get myself some more drinks. To the acupuncture clinic, please. Welcome. Here for your treatment. 5,000 yen. Let's go to the back. Now let's begin. I see. Sir, you experienced a lot. You'll definitely feel the effects of this treatment. Let's begin. Take your clothes off. Alright, good. Good. All done. This is... seems like it had an effect. How you feeling? I can feel my body getting more skilled. Ha 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 ha! There it is. The Kamaki Tiger Drop. Ha! That's great. Yeah, thank you. Well, I'll come back again. It is a really funny way for them to think about including this. Like, we're not going to train with Kamaki again. Like, he's here for a bit, and there is some stuff with him. But the main thing with him was totally lost my train of thought there. Let me start again. Kamaki's in this game briefly. You know, there's some stuff, and there's some story elements relating to him as well in regards to his school and a rival school. We fight him a bit, but they're not going to do the same thing where they're like, oh, let me teach you these moves that you already know, you know? Because it's in Zero, it's Majima. In Kiwami, it's Kiryu. And then adding in something that's like a way to, like, we remember these moves we haven't used in a while, I think is a fun idea. And it coming out through acupuncture, I'm like, that's well thought out. Instead of it just like pretending that I, you know, just never knew these abilities. But we can now learn the Tiger Drop, which is going to cost me a nice, hefty sum. Not too bad. I'll be able to grab that soon. We do have, like I've said, Majima Construction, and obviously Club Foreshine, but I think I will save that for next time, because we'll probably do a bit of a focus on the sub stories and optional stuff in their own episodes instead of main story stuff, which obviously we experienced quite a bit of. Activate the lockers to throw the pursuers off my tail. Works every time. Another thing I find funny about, like, us coming back to Sotenbori, like stuff like having another city in the game, is it is funny that there's stuff there where it's like we walk into the Grand, but we're only in the Grand for like just a tiny period of time. We're barely even in there. It's like, remember this place? It is cool that there's the scene in there with Ryuji, of course. It's such a great character reintroduction, I suppose, in my perspective, but a character introduction to him in that very special bar. We'll leave Sotenbori. There is no granny request, so I assume that maybe we just have to wait for we'll wait for an email. She'll say, hey, I need you again, Sonny. And I go, okay. Because at the moment, if we have a look at our completion list sub-stories, we are at 59 out of 76. So we're actually doing pretty well in that regard. Honestly, in general, pretty good with all of these. Just the mini-games is looking a little bit lackluster. Cabaret Grand Prix and Clan Creed are obviously going to get completed. Cool. And you can track them in there. So we'll wait for an email from Granny. There's no sub-stories on my map at the moment. So they might be ones similar to like the batting center where I've got to actually go into places and do stuff. I might have to eat at every location because there's stuff where there's like characters that are like, I need help, and you have to eat there first. So little tucked away hidden ones. Once it gets to a point where, you know, we're about to finish the main story, I'll obviously have a little sub-story list handy, I suppose, at least giving me a general nudge in the right direction of where to go. But I think for now, we will check in with Sayama, so we'll go to Serena. Oh! This is what running away from these guys gets me. Nowhere. I'm like, I'll just run around. I am imprisoned in a box, and that box is called Kamurocho. Let's see how she's doing.
Ah, あなたか。ごめん、お店勝手に使わせてもらっちゃった。
ああ。
どうしたの？何か聞くことがあったんじゃないの？
いや。
そう。
関西に帰るのか？
ええ。あんなことがあったばかりだからママのことが心配なの。大阪までは一緒に帰ってあげたいの。
そうした方がいい。
なんか大変な時に逃げ出すみたいで悪いわね。
いや、こっちのことは心配するな。
そうね。もうあなたの身辺保護も必要ないみたいだしね。やだ、ごめんなさい。
お前、
怖いの。
え？
これ以上事件のことを調べるのが初めてそう思った。あれだけ知りたかった私の過去、どんな事実でも受け入れられると思ってた。でもあなたの言った通りよね。やっぱり辛くなっちゃった。でももうやるしかないのよね。
大丈夫だよ。
え？
どんな結果であろうと、俺が全てを受け止めてやる。だから何があっても帰ってこい、この町に。
わかった。
Cute. Yeah, it's cute. Little kiss for the farewell of protective custody. I like the introduction of Haruka into the story, and then how Haruka interacts with Sayama and Kiryu in those moments. It's like a nice little. It's a bit of a family here that forms out of, you know, a lot of grief and loss. It's just the orphan family. Oh man, it's just found family is quite a little touching element, and Kiryu just keeps picking them up. He's carrying on Kazuma's legacy in a way that he could never have expected. Collecting orphans, but this time in a more loving capacity, a bit more closer to the heart. Well, I'm going back to Osaka for now. I'll head straight for the station and check out this disc, okay? I can't imagine the system there having any trouble with it. That's good. I don't know what's on this, but no matter what it is, Even if it's more pain, I'm ready to accept it.
ね
Hey.
Hmm?
Thank you. All right, I'm off then. Moshi Mosh. Hey, Kiryu. What's up? I just got word from Dr. Emoto. Yeah! Yeah! Let's go! Yeah, thank fuck, dude. I'm like, please don't go this whole game without doing this. Okay, good. Obviously, I'm trying to not do things where it's like, speak too soon because, you know, game's not over. So it could still happen. But it is just hilarious because I'm like, it has been quite some time and then it just hasn't come up. So this is good. I think it's good to sometimes voice some feelings that could be, you know, just speaking a little too soon because it shows where my head's at, you know, that I'm thinking of these plot threads. And here it is. I've spoken it into existence, clearly. I guess Kazuki's awake.
Nani?
Really? That's great to hear. Yeah, but apparently he's talking a little crazy. You mean he's delirious? He's been babbling about bombs. Anyway, I'm headed to the clinic. See you there? Yeah. He's been babbling about bombs? What do you mean? Time to check on Kazuki. Oh my. Oh my. Okay. Do not hit me with the plot twist that this is actually going to be Kang. And he's talking about the Xingwang bombs because I might literally go insane. I can't. How many twists and turns you want to throw at me? What sort of context would Kazuki be talking about bombs in? It is so funny that, like, in my head, I'm like, well, we haven't checked in with Kazuki. We even walk in there, I'm like, I can't do anything in here. What's going on? I just had to be patient. Just had to be patient, and there it is. It's more just like a tiny bit of relief that I'm like, okay, I'm glad that they didn't forget about it, you know? We were just a little more concerned. Okay.
Oh, 来たか。
和樹。
桐生さん、すいません。お呼び立てして。
いや、それより体の方は大丈夫なのか。
ええ、もう大丈夫です。
和樹、すまなかったな。こんな目に遭わせちまって。
いえ、伊達さんには助けてもらったんです。
何言ってるんだ。
いや、本当です。私をあの組織から救い出してくれたんですから。
どういうことだ。
実は半年ほど前から私は監禁されてたんです。
半年も？
じゃあ店にいた和樹さんは？
ああ、あれは俺じゃない。例のもう一人の男だ。最初は俺も信じられなかったよ。自分そっくりの人間がもう一人いるなんてな。その男は韓国人でした。
人言派の連中か。
そうです。店先で急に襲われたと思ったら半年間も監禁される羽目に。
じゃあ奴らお前を利用して俺たちをはめようと。
おそらく。桐生さん、伊達さん、奴らとんでもないことを話していました。
なんだ。
監禁中に知ってしまったんですが、奴らはこの町を破壊するつもりなんです。
どういうことだ。
爆弾は1個じゃない。 すでに多くの爆弾がこの町に仕掛けられているはずです。
え？
奴らは着々と準備を進めてました。
爆弾の場所は？
ただ数は分かります。
いくつだ？
連中は言ってました。26年前殺された恨みの数だけの爆弾を用意したと。
桐生、確か例の事件で死んだ人間は
33人だ。
爆弾は全部で33個。一つがミレニアムタワーの爆破、そしてもう一つが昨日倉橋が準備したものだとすると、
残りは31個だ。
桐生、俺は警察に事情を話して爆処理を発動できるように要請する。
爆処理？
爆発物処理班のことだ。たとえ爆弾が見つかったとしても専門知識がなきゃ処理することはできんからな。
分かった。
What? There's 31 bombs in Kamurocho. Oh my god. I don't know about you. It seems like we're headed to an explosive finale. So, the Goryu clan is rocking up to take Kamurocho, something that Pops could never do. And he's gonna be so proud. He's like, look at what I'm gonna do. And meanwhile, the Xinguang Mafia is like, and what if I blew up the whole city with 33 bombs? Oh man. Okay. That's unbelievable. So Kiwami was Majima everywhere. Kiwami 2 is bombs everywhere. We'll have to see what happens. So Kazuki, it makes sense what he's been ranting and raving about, what he overheard when he was a hostage. We don't really have any confirmation about Kang outside of the fact that they just say, you know, like, he looked exactly the same. Like, there's no allusions to, like, did they kidnap a guy and then get a bunch of, like, plastic surgery or, like, prosthetic disguises to, you know, maintain the look? Or did the Xinguang just scout out Kamurocho on the off chance that they could find a guy that looked exactly like this guy? Like, I get the reason for the swap in the sense that, you know, it's a guy that can be in deep cover as he continues to, like, learn about the city to facilitate plans. Like, we're going to have one guy replace another guy so there's no suspicion, and then we're going to have another guy, you know, be in foreign affairs and all of that, and, you know, they've been planning this revenge over such a long period of time. I do find it, like, weird that this guy could just rock up and, you know, get a job somewhere else. But, you know, if you pose as another guy, then you don't have to worry about identification and papers and stuff, unless you've got Kawara on your tail, because then you're going to get caught. So it's all connected. Say, Date-san, I've got to go to Tojo Clan HQ. Mm-hmm. Why would you need to do that? Tonight, the Go-Ryu clan is going to hit Kamurocho with everything they've got.
Nani?
What? You're sure? Yes. Now more than ever, we need the Tojo clan on our side. On the city's side. The only way we save this town is if everyone does their part. Them too. Makes sense. Leave the bomb squad to me then. I'll call you if anything comes up. Good luck. Yeah. There's this really funny idea with the Tojo clan. Is Kiryu is like a heroic nice guy figure. He's our protagonist and our guy that saves the day. Any kind of, you know, he falls in with the Yakuza and he's in that organization because of circumstance, but that isn't really who he is. And he just keeps getting obviously roped into the events, but he's not someone who represents the Yakuza at all. He represents something much more honorable, a different kind of honor. And it's funny because, like, as a result, the Yakuza organization that he is associated with specifically are perceived to be like a little bit more of like not exactly the good guys, but you've got characters like Kashiwagi-san and the like that you like. We have affectionate feelings for them. We're like, it's that guy. I love that guy. You know, they're all criminals. And, you know, there's this story where it goes, oh no, the Tojo clan's being threatened. How could you kill and assassinate our guys? When it's like, they're all people that do that as well. Like the Tojo clan is filled with bad dudes that do bad things, like Shimano. You've got the Nishikiyama family, and there's so many other like elements and families that are all doing like fucked up shit. So like Ryuji's little assassination montage is like, that's so horrible. How could you? The Tojo clan would never do such a thing. Meanwhile, like the Dojima family being run by a shitbag. Yeah, so it is just interesting when we have like this element of like the Tojo clan. They've got to come in and they have to fight, protect this city, and they've got to save it. While obviously in Yakuza 0, which did release a lot later, the Yakuza more in their prime were really fighting for control of that city and, you know, collecting money and extorting residents and businesses for all of their stuff. But it is an interesting angle for the game to take in that sense, where it's like, I need to go to Tojo and they have to be the saviors of this city against the Go-Ryu clan, while there's also going to be bombs going off. So we're leading to a war taking place in Kamurocho between, you know, the Go-Ryu clan and Tojo clan, while the Xinguang Mafia are also trying to take their revenge for something that happened 26 years ago. And the people involved in that are dead. Kazuma's dead. Dojima's dead. Shimano's dead. People that were there and did this whole thing, dead. And Kawara, also now dead. But, yeah, the revenge goes a little further than that, apparently. They have to blow up a whole city, kill so many innocent people, just to send a message to people that have already passed. Kiryu just inheriting the sins of the father, like I said. He's like, now I gotta deal with it. Now I'm putting in a request for the bomb squad. The cops aren't exactly on our side here, but this isn't about sides. They have to act. But first we've got to find the damn things. I'm not sure if the game is going to like focus on the people that were like, hey, Date-san, he's a wanted murderer because he shot that guy. He shot Kang, and we have conclusive video evidence here. But I guess he's going to say, I need your help. Police. Please. Please. I'm innocent. Man, this is really what the town's come to these days. Kiryu-san, I'm sorry. I wish I could have told you sooner.
Yeah.
Don't be. If it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't have even known about the bombs. We'll take care of it, Kazuki. You try and get some rest.
Aye.
All right. You're a man of your word, Kiryu-san. I believe you. I've spent more time with Kazuki-san than anyone, you know? I thought I knew him so well. But even I couldn't tell he'd been replaced by some imposter. Damn it. If I'd paid more attention, this could have been avoided. Actually, genuinely, it's pretty crazy that it's like 6 months of like being like, yep, good old Kazuki. That's just like him. So I assume that like Kang would have like watched this guy. He would have been like supervised, studied his like his mannerisms, his personality, you know, and he to put on a very convincing act of replacing him. What a game! What a game! Again, I'm going along for the ride. 600 twists and turns later, and they're still gonna pull out another one to throw at me. That I'm like, oh. And the whole city is rigged to blow. Of course it is. I'm not even surprised.
31個の爆弾だって？
はい、でも大丈夫です。爆弾の件に関しては伊達さんが警視庁に掛け合ってます。今俺たちにできるのは町を合流会から守ることです。
そうは言っても主だった幹部は殺されちまって、組員は浮き足だってまとまりがつかない状態なんだよ。
柏木さん、どれくらい兵隊を集められるんだ？
そうだな。カムロ町周辺の組織に声をかければ300ぐらいはなんとか。
柏木さん、その300人俺に預けてくれ。
ああ、すぐに招集をかける。
登場会のために立ち上がってくれるんだね。
親父や風間のおじきが体を張って守ったこの町をゴーダ龍二のようなやつに好きにさせたくねえんだ。合流会を返り討ちにしてやる。大悟、お前。
I don't know about your father, but yeah. Daigo really stepping up to the plate. He's like, you know what? I'm not tired of being this carefree party animal. I'm going to step up to the plate. Oh my god, that tattoo is insane!
いいか、これは登場会だけの問題じゃねえ。関東の極道組織の存亡をかけた戦いだ。俺たちはこの町と共に生きてきた。世間様から言わせれば綺麗事かもしれねえが、俺はこの町が好きだ。だから世話になったこの町に恩返しがしたいんだ。天下の登場会の組員として体張って合流会のカムロ町侵攻を食い止めようじゃねえか。
これで大悟は誰もが認める登場会の跡目ですね。俺だ。分かった。すぐにサイの河原へ向かう。
どうしたんだ？
伊達さんからだ。何か問題があったらしい。
Of course we do. Of course we do. That tattoo is so cool. He's like wielding the dragon, representative of Kiryu serving Master Dojima, Master Daigo, back in the day. I need to get a better look at that, but that was cool. It's like figure having a staff with the dragon wrapped around it. I like that a lot. I'll become Daigo's right-hand man. That's the symbolism of the tattoo. Let's head to Purgatory. Date-san's waiting for us there. Yeah. What do you think he wants? Something to do with the bombs? I don't know, but we should hurry. Right. Something to do with the bombs? No. It's actually a mysterious second secret thing that we weren't expecting. Because that is what I have come to expect of the game. The unexpected. So let's go to Purgatory. We'll take the taxi to get there. Just a quick trip to Tojo, where then, we get a reminder. Oh, our officers are dead. We don't really have many people, actually. So what are we going to do? Naturally, guys, we need Majima again. I will say, Majima, remember when you almost died? You were covered in blood and you passed out in the middle of the street. And Sayama said, don't worry. I will give him a... I will give him a Staminan Royale. And he will be fine. And then he was fine after that. Just clearly an off-screen Staminan Royale. And Majima literally, solo protected Kamurocho. So we clearly just need him once again. Hey man, remember that thing that you did? Would you like to do it again? We'll just get the construction workers and we'll be all good. Surely. All right. Hello? So, into Purgatory. I'm not allowed to go in our little home base. This is funny. This is funny. You know, you really think about the scope of what's going on in this world. This little, massive world of Kamurocho. And it's about to go belly up. There's apparently bombs everywhere. There could be a bomb here somewhere. Like that was in the park. Maybe it's underneath the park. And I don't know if we're cluing Majima in. I don't know if Majima's going to have a place in the story in this sense, or whether he really just has been relegated to construction man after we got his help for defending the city. It does concern him, you know, his company's wrapped up in this thing. If Kamurocho blows up, his Kamurocho Hills plan is kind of in the toilet. So maybe he's gonna be invited to this meeting. Who knows?
何があったんだ。
警視庁は今回の一件動かないようだ。
なんだって。
伊達は例の事件の容疑者だったんだ。そういう人間の情報は信用できねえってことなんだろう。それに31個の爆弾が仕掛けられてるってのも和樹の証言だけだ。
昔から警察ってとこは証拠がなければ動かねえ。分かってはいたんだが、こうも門前払いを食らうとはな。
それじゃあカムロ町を救う手立ては何もねえのか。
俺たちでやるしかねえな。300人の組員爆弾処理に回すんだ。
合流会はどうする。
俺が相手になる。
一人でか。
この広いカムロ町で31個もの爆弾を探すのは簡単じゃねえ。町に詳しい登場会の連中は全員そっちに回った方がいいだろう。だから合流会は俺が何とかする。
分かった。
しかし31個か。せめて場所だけでも分かればな。
ここのシステムが残っていれば増産もねえんだが。
Thank you.
揃って不景気な面しとって
真島の兄さん。
キリュウちゃん絶体絶命のピンチって感じやな。おりゃ邪魔やどけどけ。おりゃありゃおりゃ
どうしたんだ。
ここのシステムが必要や言うたやろうが。うわりゃなんでやねん。なんで動かへんねや。うわりゃ
おいおい大丈夫か。
うわりゃ
逃げた方がいいんじゃねえのか。
うわりゃ動けやくら。動けやこのボケ。
That's how he gets the elevator desk to work. He's like, fuck, man, can't figure out how to get this elevator down with a button or anything like that. I hit it with my head a bunch. Oh, Majima-san. Thinking with your head. I like it. I'm like, surely because we're in Purgatory, surely Majima-san has got to be looped into this. So I'm glad that that is the case. He just rocks up and says, we're fucked. And then you think about the element with the system here in Purgatory, where you're like, you want bombs? We got cameras downstairs. So here it is, baby.
ここはこんなこともあろうかと俺がメンテナンスしとったんや。
おう、大したもんだ。
ま、ほんまはこれでボロ儲けするつもりやったんやけどね。
助かったぜ、真島の兄さん。
ほら、あんたの出番やで。伝説の情報やはん。
おう、これなら爆弾の場所を特定できる。
あとは任せたぞ。
ああ。
Well, isn't that handy? Isn't that handy? If only we had the system. And Majima did something that was very, very good and sensible. Of course you would. If you take over that place for a bit and you realize there's a secret underground surveillance center, you would keep that in your pocket. So that makes sense. He's like, yeah, it's been here the whole time. The electricity bill is crazy down here. Absolutely ridiculous. You're like, he's hitting his head on the table. It would be so funny if they like stop him, they take him away, and then he's like, what, you don't want your little surveillance camera secret base? So we'll have the bombs, the Tojo clan will then go for the bombs, and Majima will just fight all of the Goryu clan on his own, because we know that we're capable of doing so. We've done it 1,000 times before. An army is nothing compared to Kiryu. Moshi. The barkeep. Wow, okay. Kiryu-san, it's the bartender over at Bantam. What's wrong? Some men from the Omi Alliance just...
Nani?
Are they Goryu? Yes, they want to find you in there. Ah!
Boy.
Are you okay? Talk to me. Damn it. They got to my Bantam bartender. Now they've gone too far. Assist the residents of the city. My friends are in trouble here. Are we sort of building up to the residents of Kamurocho banding together and fighting alongside the Tojo clan and Kiryu to save the city from Ryuji? Is that what we're doing? Oh. Moshi. Kiryu, this is a motel. What's wrong? You okay? Some men claiming to be with the Goryu clan just busted in my clinic and they're hell-bent on wrecking it. Hey, what are you doing? Stop! Doc? They can't drag innocent civilians into this. I'm going to try and not... Well, I'm going to try and fail to not poke fun at that. It's like they bust into the clinic and he goes... I gotta kill you. Ah! And how many more times is that gonna happen? Please tell me it happens again. I need someone else to call me and for them to also... Moshi. Kiryu-san, Yuya, let me guess. You've got the Jigwon Mafia, and they're currently staring at you and waiting until you say most of what you wanted to say, and then they're going to grab you, and you're going to go, ah! It's the Goryu clan. There!
Boy.
Yuya, I'm okay. We'll do whatever we can here, Kiryu-san. You focus on stopping them. All right, do your best. I'll be there as soon as I can. He didn't get grabbed. They've subverted my expectations. He didn't get grabbed. He's called me, but he's safe. Kiryu-san, it's terrible. What's wrong? What's wrong, he says. What's wrong? The Goryu clan are raising hell all over town. It's like an invasion. Nobody can stop them. Yeah, I just got a call from the bartender down at Bantam. And the doctor at the Emoto clinic. And Yuya at Stardust. He said the Goryu hit them too. If you don't hurry, there won't be a town to save. I know. Yeah, I know. All right. And you know what? That's the cliffhanger. That's the cliffhanger, and that's where we bring this episode to a close. Bantam and the Emojo Clinic are our destinations. Specifically, the Goryu clan has gone to those spots, assuming they are also at other spots. That is where we're going to leave this episode, and we'll pick it up next time, saving our friends, the residents of Kamurocho. I have no idea how the Goryu March in Chapter 14 is going to go. I assume that we win. But you know what? Anything could fucking happen. Maybe Kamurocho gets bombed and we're finally free of this city and we can move on in our lives. We'll find out what happens next time. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Kiwami 2. The story is ramping up. And it just continues to ramp up as well. We're going to have Sayama go back to Osaka, check out that disc. We'll see if Besho helps her in that regard. We'll see what happens there. We're going to war in Kamurocho at the same time, so we'll see what happens here. Daigo has a sick back tattoo, and he's going to lead 300 of the Tojo clan to find these bombs along with the florist. And Majima might do something. He has helped us by saying, hey, this surveillance thing, all good to go. I don't know if he will fight. We'll just have to play and find out. But the crazy is only going to continue getting crazy. This is a game that I think truly does actually live up to the Kiwami subtitle, you know? It really is Kiwami. But yeah, genuinely, thank you so much for watching me on this playthrough. I hope you are enjoying my confusion as we navigate whatever the fuck is going on, and I will see you next time.